What's up everybody, Greg here with Lensprotogo and Lens Rentals, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a quick unboxing, setup, and first look at a brand new product from PolarPro, the BASECAMP Ultralight Matte Box. Now I'm super excited to get into this. I've been a fan of PolarPro since they started with their drone filters and then going into the action camera world with GoPros and DJI Action, and then into the photo space with their variable NDs, and now into the filmmaking world with this ultralight matte box. So can't wait to dive into it, so let's get started. So this is the variable ND kit that we're gonna be taking a look at. So this comes with the full matte box, as well as a circular polarizer and one 2 to 5 stop ND filter, as well as a couple clamps and adapters to make it fit for a bunch of different lenses. So opening it up here and going to the actual box, I really like the design of the case. It has this almost like topographical map look to it. You can see that there's a little bit of a reflection in the line, so it's like a glossy line with a matte black box. Looks really, really nice. Opening it up, it's got some nice magnets to hold that closed. Flips right open to a really nice presentation of the matte box itself, as well as, I'm guessing, a carrying bag, which might have some other things in it. So let's just pull that out. We'll get back to this in a second. Going through the rest of the things in the box, we have our circular polarizer filter. So this is gonna go into the matte box for the variable ND. We have the 2 to 5 stop ND filter. We have this bag, which let's see if it has anything in it. A couple boxes. So we got 77mm filter thread. So the 82mm filter thread's already in here. 77mm filter thread, and then some clamp adapters. So this allows you to adapt the actual ring, which is a 114mm standard diameter for cinema lenses. And these clamp adapters allow you to go from everything from the 80mm, 87, 95, 100, 104, and 110mm filter threads, so you can mount right on top of the lens and you don't need to do any rail support. There's also a little nice Velcro pocket on the front here. And we got this nice little card. Let's see what's in here. So we got lifetime warranty card, all the information about the lifetime warranty, little thank you note. It's nice with some social media stuff where you can follow them, what you can tag them with, and a little instruction pamphlet. So I'll show you actually how to assemble this and set this up in a minute. That goes through the circular polarizer, the ND filter, the flag, the French flag on top, as well as how to set up the rail system. And then you have a couple different little PolarPro stickers, a white and a black. You can throw those on whatever you want. And I think that's pretty much it for in here. Now let's go back over to the actual matte box. We'll pull it out of this little foam protective thing, which is just for shipping. And here is the entire thing. So you have the French flag on top here, you have the hood, the BASECAMP, and the 82mm filter thread, which you can take out. So if we just undo this side over here, we can pop out that filter thread adapter. And this gets you to the 114mm diameter that I was talking about, and you can use those clamps if you want to shrink it down for different size cinema lenses. So if we pop this apart here, you can see we have the BASECAMP core, which is basically just the filter holder. So you have your circular polarizer filter, which you can adjust with this knob on top, and then you have a slot for whatever ND filter you want to drop in there. There's also the hood, which you can take on or off, as well as the French flag, so you can really break this thing down so you can see all the different parts. So there's a bunch of different things in the kit. Now let's start assembling it and getting it set up and ready to shoot. Just assembling it back together, we'll put the core back onto the hood. Again, if we wanted to keep it super lightweight, we don't really need to use the hood if you don't need that protection from the light, or if you don't need the French flag. Now, before we put on one of these filter threads, we actually need to put the circular polarizer in because that enters in from the back side. So let's just grab the CPL. Comes in a nice little protective bag, so it doesn't have any dust on it. Try not to get any fingerprints. Now, with the installation of these filters, you want to make sure that all of the lettering and text is facing you as you're putting it into the matte box. So in this case, since we're dropping it in, we want the BASECAMP facing out. If you do it the other way, you're gonna get some color shifting and stuff like that, as well as it not properly doing the variable ND, which we'll see in a second. Now, if you see there's a little tab on the bottom left side here, you're gonna start by sliding the edge of the filter underneath that, and then drop it in, and then you'll pull back this orange tab and push it in the rest of the way. That'll close it in, and now you can see we can rotate around using the little dial on the top. And that's gonna be adjusting our circular polarizer. Once we put an ND in there, it will cancel out the polarization, but it'll start adding the variable ND effect. So if you just wanted to use it as a polarizer, you can stop right here. One thing to note is that the circular polarizer also has some ND stop to it. It's a little over 1.5 stops through the polarizer filter. Now that we have that in there, we can go ahead and attach our filter ring. I'm just gonna do it on this 24-70 G Master lens. So we'll line up the filter threads on the front here. There we go. Nice and snug. So now we've adapted the outside diameter of this 24-70 G Master lens to be 114 millimeters, which is what the inside diameter of the matte box is. So we can go and slip that right over the top, make sure our lens is lined upright so that our text is on the top there, and then we can tighten down with this little knob. Now it's locked on there, it's not coming off, and now we have a matte box on the front of our G Master photo lens. So the last thing that we have to do to make this a variable ND is put in the ND filter. So I have the VND 2 to 5 stop here. We can open it up. Again, this comes with the kit. And we'll open it up, take it out of this little plastic bag. Don't get any fingerprints on it. And then when you're sliding this in, again, you want the letters facing you as you're sliding this into the matte box. Now, normally the lens would be on the camera and you'd be at the front of the matte box as you're putting this in. So you wanna make sure that the text is facing you, and you can slide it right in the slot on the top. And then there's a little knob on the side here that you tighten down to make sure that it won't fall out if it goes upside down. Now to adjust the variable ND, all you have to do is swivel this little wheel on the top, which rotates the circular polarizer, and that adjusts the ND stop range from 2 to 5 stops. So that's the setup for the PolarPro BASECAMP Ultralight Matte Box. It's super quick and easy, and you can mount it on pretty much any lens using the filter thread adapters as well as the barrel diameter adapters or the clamp adapters. Now there's a couple things right away that I really like about this matte box. For one is that it's completely toolless, so you don't need to use any tools to be able to get this thing up and running. Even when you add on the filter rail things, it's all with hand knobs, tightening it down and making it super simple and quick to use. The other thing is it's a variable ND as well as a CPL. So all of that's built right in, as well as being able to make it a little bit smaller by pulling off the unnecessary things if you don't need them. So in this case, I can pull off the hood and flag and just leave it with a super lightweight setup for the variable ND, 2 to 5 stops, and be able to adjust that really quick and easy. It's made out of a really nice material as well. It's definitely going to be durable. The hood here is a little bit more of a plasticky feel, but it's definitely a solid, very durable plastic, and you have a nice carbon fiber hood on top. I'm really excited to get this thing out in the field and start testing it out and putting it through its paces and seeing if it's as durable as it feels right now, as well as how quick and easy it is to swap these filters out and make adjustments. I'm gonna have another video coming out soon once I've had some time to really test this thing out with some things to know and things that I've found after using it on set for a while. If you guys have any questions about this matte box or you want to check it out, there's going to be links in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video and this unboxing, make sure to let me know by hitting that like button, subscribe for new videos every single week, and I'll see you in the next one.